Our main entrance at the middle school, high school is not ADA compliant and causes a bit of a safety issue. As soon as you walk in the door, you will see that there's a set of stairs that goes up, as well as a set of stairs that go down. This in turn not only is not ADA compliant, but also causes security risk as people enter the building. So let's take a step outside and I will give you kind of an overview of what our new addition might look like. So in this office where you see these windows, this is kind of the area where we would be building our secure controlled entrance. It would be a covered ramp that will allow people to go down in any weather. It's ADA compliant, and it will be a controlled entrance because it will enter directly into the office, allowing us to be able to determine whether we let somebody into the building or whether or not the principal needs to have a conversation with that person ahead of time. The exterior renovations. The exterior masonry of the original 1948 building and of the 1954 gym has sustained significant damage over the years, leading to issues such as cracked and crumbling mortar joints and damaged brick. This deterioration not only affects the building's appearance, but also its structural integrity, allowing moisture to penetrate and potentially cause further damage. The exterior doors of the building are showing signs of rust and deterioration, compromising both their functionality and security. Rust can weaken the structural integrity of the doors, making them difficult to open and close. The original gym entrance is no longer the main access point for the building, leading to underutilization. Given this change, the number of doors at this entrance could be reduced to streamline access and enhance security in our building. Tuck pointing is a vital repair process used to restore masonry. It involves removing the damaged mortar from the joints between bricks and replacing it with fresh mortar. What you'll see right now is part of our old gym where the stucco has fallen off, and you can see all the damaged brick under there. That's the kind of stuff that we're talking about. Not only will these repairs enhance the building's aesthetics, but it's going to strengthen the joints, helping to prevent moisture infiltration, therefore prolonging the life of the building. Timely repairs through tuck pointing can safeguard these historical buildings for our future generations. Parking lot and drainage issues. So you can tell from the angle of this parking lot that it slopes, obviously down towards the lake. But what happens is when it rains a lot, when we have a lot of snow and it melts quickly, what the water does is it starts to drain down this slant, which is headed towards our building, which you can see right here, and it comes down through here, through the grass, through the on the sidewalk, all of that stuff, and you can see where we have tar along the bottom part of the building. What happens here is, because of the slant and because of how the drainage was created years and years ago, it drains into one of our science classrooms. And so there are many times where we just have to have a shop vac down in that area so that the water can be sucked up off of the floor to maintain safety for the students and because it is a science lab. HVAC and boiler updates. So most of our classrooms use fan coil units or classroom unit ventilators. This isn't real great for air circulation and allowing kids to have a comfortable work environment. For example, if it's really hot outside, like let's say 90 degrees, it'll be like 85 in the classroom, which is not comfortable. Or if it's really cold outside, like below freezing, then our classrooms will sit at about maybe 58, 59 degrees when the kids first get here. So most of the stuff that we have was installed in the 1980s, and a lot of it is nearing its end of life cycle. We have done some things in the past to be able to make sure that we are providing the best that we can. For instance, this that I'm coming up right here was a boiler that was installed in 2018. The one that you see over here, that one is 1993, nearing the end of its life cycle and needing to be replaced. We are looking at going with direct digital control, which would improve the managing of our heating, our ventilation, making us more financially responsible and more energy efficient. Windows and some ceiling and classroom work. So you'll see here with these windows in some of these classrooms, you can see that there is damage from water. They're outdated and they're not secure to hold moisture. And as we walk away and we look in the classroom Some of our classrooms, you can see the ceiling and the lighting needs to be updated with some damage and just old non-LED lightings. They're fluorescent. And as we walk forward, we'll eventually get to a set of windows where it's all brick window, which is letting in a lot of the cold air and not allowing us to make sure that the building is able to stay heated as it should be, as I mentioned, in the HVAC and the boiler windows. So you'll see these brick windows here, which are letting in some cold air. They have a lot of energy that contributes to our heating costs and our cooling costs, and they also allow drafts and heat loss. So addressing these issues is essential not only for functionality, but also for enhancing the overall comfort and energy performance of the building. Currently, our building at the middle school, high school lacks proper ADA compliant restrooms, as you can see here, which creates barriers for individuals with disabilities. ADA upgrades are essential in restrooms to ensure accessibility for individuals with disabilities. Current facilities may lack features like grab bars, accessible stalls, and adequate space for maneuvering, which can hinder mobility and safety. By implementing these upgrades, the building promotes inclusivity, allowing users to access restrooms comfortably and independently.